Shalom Yasharala, this your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and endured afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Hey, so I want to jump into this here lesson, dealing with how would I put it, the final countdown, This is it, man. You watching the downfall of your enemies. All right, Esau know that his time is up. All right, how they had that song, it's the final countdown or whatever, whatnot, or somebody's theme song for going away, end of a movie or whatever, whatnot. Hey, I'm gonna sing my little song. As far as the the end all be all for Esau. In fact, let me start with that real quick. This is the book of Revelation 14. All right. Let me start at the top. Revelation. Let me start here in Amos real quick. Amos 3:7 says, surely Yahweh power will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, right? So the servants are right now, hang on one second. The servants right now are out on the highways and the byways and the chief places of concord or whatever, whatnot, standing in great boldness in the face of those that afflicted us, declaring the end of this man's kingdom, all right? So this is Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having the Father's name written in their forehead. And I heard a voice as from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as if it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. All right. Verse 4 and 5. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. All right. See, and that's going into not a sexual thing, but as far as mixing doctrines. All right. We're just coming out 100% through the scriptures, filtering things throughout the scripture. All right. We're not putting and adding our own 2 cents or our own philosophies into these things or whatever, whatnot, and all these different things. We're just going into the things, that was written about in the scriptures or whatever, whatnot, and as we see Esau playing them out. All right. So these are the ones that's not defiled with women, being these other philosophies or whatever, whatnot, It says, these are they which follow the Lamb, because, for instance, you have, some of these so-called woke black people, quote-unquote black people that's out here talking about we need to build our own kingdom, our own society. We need to break away from these folks and try to get our own land or whatever, whatnot, trying to, get away from Esau. But, hey, that's in their own minds or whatever, whatnot. Obviously, we could have told you those types of things. But then again, at the same time, when you use wisdom, like, Esau, when you understand about the scriptures, that Esau's the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, right? So, and you see how Esau is oppressing everybody else around the rest of the globe. So how much more you if you try to escape from, being his servant. So we don't even go into things like that, but we just strictly stick to the script. All right. So it says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne. So, hey, this here is a part of my song, as far as they're na 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 na, hey, goodbye, right? So let's get into it. This is we're gonna start here in the book of Isaiah 14. I'm gonna read a little bit of this real quick. This is Isaiah 14, and I'm gonna start at 3. And it shall come to pass in that day, Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. And, the scriptures say the truth will set you free. We're not really under this here bondage. Like the scriptures say, man, rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, man. All right. Yeah, of course, we're still physically in captivity here up under Esau. Right. But look at us compared to 2/3 of our people, man. They're still trying to succeed in this here society. All right, as far as, we're going to get rich and it's going to take us 10 years to get rich and do this. Hey, bro, Lord willing, we ain't going to be here that long, man. Lord willing, we won't be here for, in 3 years. Lord willing, in 3 years, we'll have Esau in chains and we'll be, trying out the new bodies and, all those types of things and everything like that 3 years from now, Lord will, but nevertheless, this is the time now where the Lord has taken us away from this here bondage of trying to cleave unto this here place and having our mindsets into this here place, investing into this place. Like, for instance, let's say all of a sudden I don't like my career path I'm on right now. Next year I'm gonna go apply for college and try to get my degree in X, Y, and Z and try to go do this and do that so I can make more money or whatever, whatnot, which is a stress or whatever, whatnot. that would be in my mind to try to so-called quote unquote do better in this society. But hey, man, we're not bound to those things, man. All right, we're not really bound to trying to find the perfect wife and have kids and set up things like this or whatever, whatnot, because ultimately the truth set us free, man. We know that the Isaiah 4:1 gonna take place. Ultimately, we're gonna be in the kingdom, man. All right, and we're gonna all be righteous, man. So we don't have to sit here and be sifting through which of our women are the least bugged out as far as the women amongst our nation. Once we get into the kingdom of heaven, man, they're gonna all be right. All right. So hey, we ain't gonna have to worry about these types of things. We're not stuck trying to figure out, how much money we got to save up to send our kids to college or whatever, whatnot. So, hey, man, the Lord gave us rest from the, the stress of trying to make it in this here society. We realized this was the place of our captivity, man. All right. So what the thing we're supposed to be doing right now is serving the Lord. All right. Verse 4, it says that thou shalt take up this proverb. Let me go back. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass that in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. And that's what we're doing right now, standing in great boldness in the face of those that oppressed us, man. Telling Esau he's finished, he's through, man. Him and his children, they about to go into captivity, man. We about to put chains around their neck, and if we're not gonna catch them, they're gonna start coming to us, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we tell them right now, hey, this is it for you, man. Live it up. It's Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwell in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. And that's what's going on right now, man. Esau is being made naked. He's being made bare. All right, all his his deceptiveness and his lies and everything, like, hey, his witchcraft ain't really working so hard no more, because he used that crystal ball, the television, the media, the videos and things like that to brainwash the people or whatever, whatnot, man. Now you got people that's, not Israelites, people that ain't in the truth, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, seeing through all their lies and their deception and waking up. You having more and more of these enlightenment movements coming out now where everybody's so-called self-help, trying to better themselves, realize, they sobering up from this here Babylon juice, trying to go the right way or whatever, whatnot, so, hey, look, they're, the whole earth is drunken of the wine of her, drunken of her wine, and now the nations are mad. All right, that Babylon juice. All right, but now Esau is being made bare right now, man. Everybody's pointing him out like, yo, this is the problem, man. He's the issue on the whole earth. This is the reason why, let's just say for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is why we can't never really get ahead out here, man. This is why we can't have a decent relationship with our women out here, man. Because the record labels and things like this push and promote songs and things like WAP to our children, whereas it's ironic that Cardi B will turn her music off, the WAP song off for her little daughter, but then she's more than happy for your daughter to sit there and listen to it, man. All right, so hey, man, this is a lot of our people are waking up to these things now, man. All right, verse 22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And right now, you're seeing Esau's sins being discovered. Touching the apple of the Most High's eyes. Going out here and being called out for his enslaving us, his poor treatment of us and everything like that. Hey, when it comes to the jab, they're going into the history of the Tuskegee experiment and all these different things. So Esau's being made bare on every side right now, man. All right, so let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 14:4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Hey, and as you seen 2020 did to Babylon, all right, it wound up shutting everything down here in Babylon, man. All these so-called thriving businesses, new business startups and everything like that, they all pretty much got diminished, man. All right, these people who was finally getting a so-called hand up or whatever, whatnot in this here society, they wind up losing everything, man. All right. Verse 5, it says, Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Hey, even Esau and his brethren and his companions, his allies, they all starting to fall apart right now, man. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. All right, since 2001 all the way up until what I want to say 2018. All right, Esau had been bombarding the whole Middle East and everything like that, man. But what did you start seeing? Turkey. Well, first of all, Russia took that S-400 over there, or I think it was the S-300 over to Syria. All right, it completely stopped the hunt for well, I'm not gonna say their name, but that one terrorist group out there. They wound up America sending these people over there or whatever, whatnot, just so they can bomb the country and destroy their infrastructure, just to rebuild it, to steal it and hijack it. But nevertheless, in oppressing those people over there, Russia wound up setting up that S-300 and it completely sent America home, man. All right, oppressing their own allies when it comes to NATO and everything like that. Hey, Turkey wound up buying the S-400 and taking delivery of it and setting it up. And America was like, oh, we're going to take you out of the F-35 program. They're like, we don't care. You're going to just force us to start buying their Russian planes, man. All right. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. So as America starting to fall and collapse, being ultimately hit with the pandemic harder than all these other nations, who's running to America's aid to try to bail them out of these things, man? Nobody. All right. The whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir tree rejoice and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations. All right. Because this is what was going on with America beforehand. You had the color revolution, the Arab Springs, all right, where Esau was going throughout the earth and causing regime change, overthrowing people's governments and setting up his own puppets, man. What are you seeing happening right here in America, man? You have a sedition amongst men, these brothers fighting against each other. You got Americans overthrowing their own damn government right now, man. All right. Verse 10, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? One of the brothers put it in the group chat about North Korea out there with their military parade, showing off their newer weapons and basically their intercontinental ballistic missiles and things like that and everything like that, man. Showing their strength and everything. All right. Somebody is in the eyes of America as feeble as Turkey. All right. It's like, we don't care about y'all sanctions and y'all kicking us out or us becoming y'all enemy. We're going to take these Russian-made weapons, and if we need to defend ourselves against you, then that's what we'll do, man. All right. 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, the worms cover thee. And that's what's going on right here with America, especially through 2020. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down into the ground, which did weakest the nations? And this is again, America was that oppressive nation, but guess what? America's being oppressed more than all these other nations right now, man. All right. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, because for instance, America, they would say America is number one in everything from medical advances, technology, and all these different things and so on and so forth. Well, how come, the whole globe is so-called struck with this pandemic, but America was the hardest one hit, man? All right. How come they're the ones falling behind the most, man? All right. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I was sending, let me jump down. This is the point I wanted to get was, verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, that destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? So right now you have a sobering of these nations, man. They're waking up like, wait a minute. My problem ain't with you, homie. The problems between me and you come from this dude over here instigating all these things, man, causing all these problems or whatever, whatnot, man. He's not actually my ally. He's actually the problem between us all, man. We need to all band together to go up against him, man. This is the problem around the whole earth, man. This man right here, man. All right. And it's so bad. Again, you got the American citizens going up against their own government, man. All right. So if the government can't control their own people, how much more is the government going to control other nations, man? All right. America is losing their power, man. Esau is falling quickly, man. All right. So let me go from there to oh, you know what? I should have grabbed this earlier. 2 Thessalonians 2. Well, let me start up real quick at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. All right, which that was, us going into captivity and losing our heritage and knowing who we were. All right. But now what we came back, the Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones, we're being brought back to life. It says, in that man of sin be revealed the son of perdition. All right. The destroyer of the earth right now is being revealed of who he is, the damn devil, man. All right. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. So then that's what he's been doing, around the whole earth. Oh, we're so humanitarian and we want to go and help all these people or whatever, whatnot. But now everybody's looking at him like, nah, bro, like, what about this? What about that? So on and so forth, Verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and destroy with the brightness of his coming. So, should have read this after I read that Amos about the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And this is what's going on right now. The wicked is being revealed by what? The men of the Lord, man, the Lord's prophets, man. All right, we are on the highways and the byways exposing him for all his wickedness, of who he really is according to the Bible, and all these other things, man. For a long time, people have known about the Rothschilds, the Illuminati, the international bankers, but they couldn't really make no sense of all these things about just one random family. How the hell did this one random family get to do all these things, man? But now we're taking it a step further and showing you that, hey, this is Esau according to the Bible, man, and this is his New World Order agenda, man. These are all the things he's planning to do, and now as they're coming to pass, man, he's being revealed, man, left and right. Everybody knows his game plan now, man, which is making it a lot harder for himself, man. All right? Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. All right. And so, this is basically going into what? The damn devil, man. All right. He can no longer hide himself no more. He can no longer oppress people. I like to bring out the analogy of the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz had everybody in subjection under his power, control, and everything like that by what his devices and things like that, man. All right, but then once the little damn dog, all right, the most feeble amongst all the other people, all the other characters or whatever, whatnot, the underdog, the one that was dead, the one that that was always overlooked, the one character that was in the movie that everybody just thought was just a nobody, that's us, we was counted out, we was a nobody out here, man. You had all these other nations that was somebody had their place at the United Nations or whatever, whatnot. We're not represented there, man. Nobody cares about us, man. All right, but guess what? We're the ones that's been out here exposing who, the god of this here world is, man. Who the oppressor of this here world is, man. All right, we showing you who the main how you call it, the main forgot what it is called. I think or the main bad guy of the movie is, It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, so going back into that, is going into what? The men of the Lord out here standing in great boldness, all right, revealing the Lord's secrets unto, the rest of the elect and the rest of the world, calling out Esau for who he is and everything like that, man. All right, so, hey, which is going to lead into this here precept. All right. Because again, like the Wizard of Oz situation, Oz was able to control all these people through his devices, but mainly through his main power was through the secrecy. All right, because he still had the devices and everything like that to control the people, but once the damn dog Toto pulled the curtain back, everybody could see is clearly it's this little small dude up on this little thing or whatever, whatnot. He's more feeble than everybody else, man. All right, even with all those devices, once they seen who it was, like, nah, bro, nah. And that's what's going on right now with Esau, man. He's being revealed, but guess what? Now he knows that he no longer has no power, so he's going to try to pull out, just like in the movie The Wizard of Oz. Once he realized he was exposed or whatever, whatnot, was losing control, what he tried to do? Pull the curtain back one more time. This is what Esau's doing right now, trying to put Jake back to sleep right now, trying to silence the men of the Lord from speaking, man, going into the famine of the word. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time. All right, and this is what's going on right now, man. The devil knows he has but a short time. He sees that his end is in sight. It's pretty much right down the right there in front of him. You know what? Let me grab what is that precept I want to get? Oh, Let me grab this real quick. Jeremiah 51:7. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken it for wine, therefore the nations are mad. And like I said earlier about, in Isaiah 14, they that so see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and say, is this the man that destroyed the earth? And now, because they was up under his Babylon juice, drinking his wine, they was drunk off that. But now they all sobering up, just like you go out, you get smashed, super drunk at a club or something like that, and you just take some random chick home or whatever, whatnot. After you start doing a deed, you start sobering up a little bit, whatever, whatnot. You start realizing, like, what the hell did I do? And then you try to get up out of there as quick as possible, man. This is what these nations are doing. They woke up next to this very unattractive, like the scripture says, this how they call it, the great whore. They're waking up like, oh man, I done made a grave mistake, man. I got to get far away from this here woman, man. All right. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. All right. And that 2020 has proved that. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up to the skies. So, basically, this is the end all be all for Babylon, man. They see that their end is in sight. All right, is crumbling swiftly. All right, this is all the signs of the end of Esau's kingdom, man. All right. Let me grab. Can't remember where it's at. I don't think it's Daniel 5. Wait. Give me a sec, Salakia. Probably should have wrote this down. Oh, it is. Yeah. Here we go. Salakia, give me a second. Let me find Nevertheless, we're going to equate this basically to the situation that's going on with Esau right now, man. All right. Let me start at verse 23. Daniel 5:23. It says, but thou hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubines have drunken wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, and of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the God in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways thou hast not glorified. And Esau, that's the same thing that Esau got going on right now. The pride of his heart has lifted him up. He thought that he did all these things on his own accord, by his own strength, by his own hands, man. All right, this is what I did. But then in the same midst of glorifying his own self, he's over here mocking and cursing the Most High and his son, man. All right. Verse 24. Then there was part of a hand sent for him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Many, many tekel upharsin. And this is the interpretation of the thing. Many, God has numbered thy kingdom and finished it. All right. So look, this was the writing on the wall. And right now we seeing, because, like the scriptures say, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou see parts of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then thou shalt understand it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. So we can measure the time diligently. We can see the writing on the wall when what? These signs start writing on the wall. These prophecies start speaking. The vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, man. Right now, the writing is clear as day on the wall, man. All right. It's speaking loud and clear. All right. And it says, verse 26, this is the interpretation of the thing. Many, God has numbered thy kingdom and has finished it. All right. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and thou art found wanting. All right. And what's funny about that, when you go into the Large Hadron Collider out there, I believe in I think it's in Geneva, Switzerland, basically, which is a portal, where they summon up damn demons and shit like that, but not going too far into all that. But nevertheless, because they consult their soothsayers, their witches, their wizards, and so on and so forth, man. They go into all these different things or whatever, whatnot, but they wind up getting a message back that pretty much threw them all off. And it was basically this, verse 27, tekel. All right, and going into the, what it means, it says, thou art weighed in the balance and thou art found wanting. All right, let me see if we can go into this here word. Because see, Esau thinks that he's the most praised man on the earth and everybody want to be with him and everything like that and so on and so forth, but in reality, people are having a great disdain against him. Oh, wait. So for the word wanton, all right, it goes into the word lacking, wanton, or deficient. All right, he's not he's deficient in the sense of what? You're not fit to be a ruler, man. Now it's time for the Most High to set up one that's profitable over the nations, man. Because Esau was the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, but what did he wind up doing? Destroying the whole damn earth, destroying all the people in thereof, all the people and everything like that, man. He's not fit to rule this here planet no more, man. So now it's time for his ass to be uprooted, man. All right. Verse 28. Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given unto the Medes and the Persians. All right. In reality, right now, like the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra 6, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, going into this, basically saying the same thing, the Most High has numbered thy kingdom is finished it. Thou art weighed and found in the balance and found wanting. Thy kingdom is divided and given ultimately now to what? The Israelites, starting with Yahushua on down, man. All right. And this is where we're right now. We're seeing the transition of kingdoms, man. And as you go into what is that? Psalms 2, I think Psalms 46 about why do the heathen imagine a vain thing or whatever, whatnot? They jockeying for position because they understand that Esau and Babylon is falling and they're trying to come up next to rule next and everything like that, man. So they see Esau is about to be divided up or whatever, whatnot. It's just like a, you seeing maybe a couple or a married couple or whatever, whatnot, going on a downhill spiral or whatever, whatnot, about to file for divorce. You know what I'm saying? Now this woman about to be back out on the market or whatever, whatnot. And now you got all these different dudes starting to choose up or whatever, whatnot. Oh, shit, she finna be single again. Shit, let's get right or whatever, whatnot. So when she do finalize those divorce papers, we can kind of slide in her DMs and be right there, whatever, whatnot, Hey, that's what, these other nations are pretty much feeling like right now, man. But ultimately, it's going to be the nation of Israel that's going to reign supreme, man. All right. But nevertheless, going back into, Esau seeing that his end has come, he has but a short time. It says, thou art weighed in the balance and found wanting. The Most High has numbered thy kingdom and finished it. How does it say? Let me just get it. Revelation 18. Thy sins have reached unto heaven. All right. Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. All right. So, hey, this is basically going into Esau as far as, the fulfillment, of all all their wickedness. They had to fill this all the way up to the brim till it couldn't be full no more before it could be expelled up out of here, man. All right. And this is what you're starting to see. Esau's pushing, he's doubling down on everything right now because, he has but a short time. All right. And now he's going to try to push it all the way to the limits. All right, but ultimately we'll close out with that in the book of Job, 14, 5. Yep. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined. All right. Well, what do we just read? That his kingdom was numbered and is finished. All right. He was found wanting. All right. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. So look, he is in his iniquities have been filled, to the rim. All right. It's the end all be all for his ass right now, man. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. We already read it though. Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, and thou that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. So, hey, ultimately, instead of these Edomites panicking and getting depressed right now, they should just live it on up, man, because it's the end all be all for them, man, and there's nothing that they could do to escape these things, man. This is their kingdom is finished, man. It's pretty much right there at the brim, and that's just it, man. All right. So hey, like I opened up with, this is the final countdown for Esau, Hey, 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 goodbye, man. All right, and we were watching the downfall of his kingdom, man, as he's struggling and trying to, finish off his kingdom or whatever, whatnot, coming down with great wrath because he knows he had but a short time. Let me grab this one more in Job 20. Let me grab one more after this. Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, all right, that's where he's about to fill his cup all the way to the brim. He shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, all right, this is where he's at now. He's about to fill his belly, man. Ultimately implementing that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. He'd have ultimately everybody enslaved up under him, man. All right. In the fullness, verse 23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, and this is going to be the end all be all for him right now, man. This is where he's coming to. All right, this is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. All right, so ultimately, Esau is going to try to continue on with his plans to set up his enterprise, but ultimately the Most High has set a trap for his ass, and he can't get past that. Let me see. Where is that at? Oh man, I might have to look it up. Nevertheless, we're gonna go ahead and close out with that. Yeah, well, here it is right here anyway. Damn, this is a good chapter to read, but nevertheless, let me read Job 18. I'm gonna start at verse 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. Verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Because now, again, like the scriptures say, the people are waking up to say, hey, is this the man that weakened the nations? They all starting to wake up to see who this guy really is right now, man. All right, it's like, you've been guiding the people in this dark ass room or whatever, whatnot, with your one little candle, so you have the power to guide everybody, because why? You got the candle in this dark ass room. But how many people gonna need to be following you if somebody just simply walk in the room and turn the damn lights on, man? Oh shit, we ain't gotta follow this nigga no more, man. He been leading us wherever he wanted us to go, not where we needed to go. But guess what? Now his light is being put out, man. All right, because why? The light of truth is outshining his ass right now, man. All right, and people are waking up to the truth, and again, they woke up with this great whore. They're like, oh shit, we now see her without her makeup on, the wig on, and so on and so forth, and all that extra shit, and the perfumes and everything like that. We realizing, bro, this is a ran through dirty whore right here, man. All right. It says, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. And this is what you got hit with, especially when going into this medical situation, man. All right, at first, you don't need a mask, or wear a mask, social distance, this and that. We're going to open back up and close back down and do all these different things or whatever, whatnot. They want to shut things down and try to consolidate and liquidate a lot of these businesses or whatever, whatnot. But then ultimately you got all these people having these uprisings or whatever, whatnot. And, all these things is causing him more and more problems and everything like that, man, where it's all getting out of control for him, right? He can't control everything no more. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. He walketh upon a snare. The gin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. So, hey, he pretty much laid his own trap in his own snare, and one of those traps and snares is what? Documenting all his atrocities and things like that. You know how they used to take the photographs of us hanging, and when they used to pick a nigga and barbecue him, you know what I'm saying? They used to make postcards about these things and pictures and everything like that, Then they came out with the internet with all these different files and things like that, to where we can see all the things that he's been doing, from way back in the days, that we wouldn't even have no remembrance of or anything like that, man. And guess what? We out on the highways and the byways with those signs. And when, like a couple of weeks back, we had this Edomite walk up, talking about, it's all love, brother, it's all love. And we were showing him the images that his forefathers took, that they was out there, they was all proud with or whatever, whatnot. Hey, just imagine this. You got some super proud dude or whatever, whatnot in the club. No, this was a real scenario where you had this one chick, I don't even know who she was. It was a YouTube video, though, but she was pretty much being exposed, where this one chick was basically going out and around and sleeping around with all these different dudes and just pretty much hooking them in or whatever, whatnot, and using them. But she was always like one of those selfie type of people, where she was always taking all these pictures with all these different men. And I guess one dude wanted taking all her photographs with all these different men throughout a different time and made a video about all these different men or whatever, whatnot. And, at first she thought she had the power, that all these different men just kept falling for her, her little tricks or whatever, whatnot. But then ultimately, once they made that compilation of her and like 50 different dudes posing up with him like she was in love with him and this and that, they're like, oh no, this is just a dirty whore or whatever, whatnot. All those different looks and you seducing these men or whatever, whatnot. They really see what's really going on, man. And this is what Esau's got going on right now, man. All the lies and the atrocities and all the wickedness he's been doing to everybody. He didn't wind up fucking everybody over right now, man. So now he can't even have a couple people that he hadn't fucked over, like, he ain't really all that bad. He ain't never fucked me over or nothing like that. Now he done fucked everybody over right now, man. And it's so bad now that you have these other nations, not only these other nations, but even Esau right now. Look at these Edomites storming the Capitol building, man. Now they all crying and being oppressed because why? They ain't being heard by the rest of these Edomites, man. Now you know how Israel feel. Now you know how these other nations feel, man. All right. Going back to verse 11, it says, terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. And that's what's going on right now. The internet and the truth and everything like that is coming out. You got the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways and putting up these here videos, exposing this man left and right, left and right, left and right. Whereas they gave you this internet and YouTube and shit like that for your distraction, to keep you on your phone watching videos of twerking and knockout videos and things like that, and just regular folly here and there. But guess what? You got Israel that's got their eyes glued on this here truth, the prophecies and things like that, man. Being Ezekiel 37, that breath being put back on in them, man. All right, their skin coming back upon their bones and everything like that, man. All right, so the tools that he used to give us to distract us and keep us dumbed down is actually the same tools that's waking us up, man. All right. All these social media things to drive a narrative and persuade the masses of the people real quick and simultaneous. All right, now, and then giving everybody cell phones to track them with the cameras on them for facial recognition. Now, when Esau's out here committing crimes and things like that, like shooting unarmed Jakes down or whatever, whatnot, everybody got a cell phone, man. Everybody's reporting on these things now, man. So the same things that he used to try to trap us up with now is now becoming a trap unto him, man. All right. Verse 11, terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. So, hey, right now, Esau's moving out of desperation, man. All right, he's getting real desperate, being real sloppy with a lot of his moves. All right, but hey, ultimately, you got Operation Warp Speed, Joe Biden with his first 100 days, pushing a jab and everything like that. But what do you got the men of the Lord doing? We cheerleading Esau right now. Turn up, nigga, turn up. Push that jab out, bro. Go ahead and do that shit. Shut down all the jobs. I want y'all to fire me from my job. Say, hey, no more jobs, no more food in the grocery store, no more options, man. That's where we at right now, man. Let me read it again. Job 18 and 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. See, he getting sloppy. He's seeing that he knows he has but a short time, so he's coming down with great wrath. But when you start making moves out of desperation, you start getting sloppy with the things. So what you wind up doing is forcing us, the men of the Lord, into a spirit that's like, yo, dog, hey, hit the gas, bro. Go head on 100 miles and running with the shit. Because now we in this special sweet spot where it's like, yo, Esau, go ahead and turn up. The quicker you do this, the swifter you come down, the harsher you come down, the quicker the Lord gonna come to deliver us, man. So, hey, you fucked right now, man. The quicker you get up and you go ahead and you start snapping or whatever, whatnot, the quicker we get the fuck up out of here, man. So we want you to go ahead and push this here shit. We want Operation Warp Speed to come. We wish y'all would double down on that shit, man. We wish y'all would say, hey, we want to get the whole U.S. population jabbed up in the first 100 days, man. We'll be like, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we know, let me read this Job 18 and 14, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, right? So you stuck, bro. You being it's like a fish on the line. He nibbling at the bait or whatever, whatnot. But once the fish take that big ass gulp and swim down real quick, yo ass got him now because he didn't just hook his own self, and he secured the hook in his job. Like, the more you fight, what you just tiring yourself out now, man. You just making it easy for me to reel your ass in. So this is where Esau is at right now. He being brought to the king of terrors, right? Damn it, just slipped my mind with that last precept. Let me go back. It's a lot. It didn't slip my mind. Lord willing, it may come back to me. But nevertheless, hey, Lord willing, you were edified with this here lesson. Hey, this is the end all be all for Esau, man. He can't make no more moves, but hey, bring. Oh, that's the precept. Call halal Yahweh Shimi Al Shah for that. We're gonna close out here. Matthew 24, 21, and 22. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. Why? Because Esau has been exposed, the wicked had been revealed, the son of perdition, all right, which when he's about to fill his belly, all right, he's gonna be in straits. So now the devil know we've been standing in the face of those that have been oppressing us. So there's great fears falling upon him, all right. And he knows he has but a short time, so now he's coming down with this here great wrath. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, no, nor ever shall be. All right, going into what? Jacob's trouble. There is going to be a day like never before, even into the same time, from the beginning, even to the same time. And it's going to be known basically as Jacob's trouble, roughly paraphrasing, but he shall be saved out of it, which is what? The elect. So again, you stuck into this position now where, bro, you ain't got no choice now but to just stomp on the gas and go 100 miles and running. But the quicker that you get faster and faster and going, it's pretty much like, the faster you finna hit that damn wall, man. All right, verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there shall be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And that's where we at right now, man. These prophecies are speeding up for the elect's sake, man. All right, we're in that nice sweet spot to where now the only thing Esau can do, because he's been exposed on all ends, is to double down and move faster, man. But all you doing is calling Yahweh Shah that much more faster, man. Call halal Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shah, man. All right, Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time when we say call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say stay strong. Shalom.